Hi there, Tubers. It's Cindy Ellen. So, I tried to make this video on Thursday, on Philosophical Thursday, and then I tried to make it on Friday. And today is Saturday night, and I'm finally making it now. Sometimes, here's what my video today is about: life. Because sometimes life lifes you. It has not been a quiet week in Lake Wobegon, my hometown. It has not. So you may remember last Friday I was working on Filmora. I've almost figured it out. So you guys are going to get the video about the June Scrapping for Less mystery kit and all 8 cards that I made. And it's coming, I promise. It's going to go up soon. And there's another video coming on a quick shaker card that I have to make, and for someone, and some other cards that I'm making too. But what I wanted to talk about for Philosophical Thursday here on a Saturday is that nobody lives with unicorns and rainbows all the time. Nobody. And nobody lives in happy all the time. I had a confrontation with somebody last Saturday, and then I had another confrontation with somebody on Thursday, and that's the day that my bird Katie died. Promised myself I wasn't going to cry. Now, here's an interesting thing. When I was a kid, somebody used to tell me all the time, one of the adults in my life, "What, are you crying? I'll give you something to cry about." And every time I would cry, I would get whacked. Don't get me wrong, I think there is a time and a place for crying, and I'm not sure that a YouTube video is one of those places. But what I really want to talk about is humility. So the first time I got confronted, it was not really my fault. But it was very hard to get confronted and to say, "Whoa, what's going on here?" Keep my cool, kind of think it through, pause, remember to pause, and listen to my words and keep going. The second time I got confronted, it was my fault. And I had to say I was sorry and admit what I had done was wrong, which is also hard. But you know what? We are imperfect people and we make mistakes. One of the things I absolutely adore about being a card maker is when I make a mistake on paper, I can roll it up in a ball and throw it away and start over. When we're human beings, I think sometimes what we want to do is we want to roll everything up in a ball and throw it away and start over, but we can't do that. What we have to do is we have to say to the other person, "I forgive you. I accept that you're human and you made a mistake, and I love you anyway." That's hard to do. That is really hard to do because the other person has given you a really big ouch, and or even a little ouch, or has broken trust somehow. Life has lifed you, and you want to say, "I'm going to stay away from you for the rest of my life. I'm going to take my toys and I'm going to go home." If you live in a small town the way I do, there's nowhere to go home to. There's not that many people to go home to. So, you know what? You better say you're sorry because there's just not that many people. You could move, but that gets really expensive. And I am a true believer that love and tolerance are our guide. Love and tolerance are our guide. And I miss my little bird. You know, when I got her, I knew she was old. And I knew that she wasn't going to live very much longer. I kind of hoped she was going to live longer than 4 months. And one of the things about the way of life that I live is that I would rather love than close myself off to that. I'd rather forgive people and get my heart broken. I'd rather make mistakes in friendships and say I'm sorry and try again and be really loved than keep myself closed off and never know love. That's the problem. If you don't love, then you don't get joy. So even though I only got to love Katie and laugh at her and her apple antics and her crazy little birdness, and I've never met a bird who liked to swing upside down on her perch. Like just literally upside down. Like, wee, watch me, mommy, watch what I can do. Ever before. Ever. She made me laugh. She gave me such joy. And part of being a pet mom is saying goodbye when it's time. And I'm going to be going to Vermont to be with my children, all of them, for a couple of weeks. And when I come back, when I'm ready, I'll probably get another bird, maybe even 2. You never know. Parakeets actually do better in 2s. But it doesn't mean that I love Katie less. Or that it's not okay to just take some time and to say, it's okay. It's okay to acknowledge when things hurt. And it's okay to acknowledge when you've made a mistake. It's okay to cry with friends. It's okay when life likes you to take some time. So I'm sorry for the break, and I'm sorry that Philosophical Thursday got delayed till Saturday to this week. Philosophical Thursday will happen on Thursday next week, so it'll be really short in between. And it'll be up in Vermont, and maybe I'll talk about family since I will be surrounded by family. But humility is knowing what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and knowing that you can just be where your feet are. So love the people you're with, love your pets, just love. It's worth it. Good night, UB tubers.